Fade in. Ext. Hilly landscape, day. Mist flows above meadows and acres. Remnants of snow linger in the furrows. In the midst of this solitude sits a longish two-story mansion. Tahir Taleb, 25, Middle Eastern guy, little facial hair, with a shovel clears slush off its gravel driveway. Narrator VO. In 2016, immigrant Tahir Taleb, the younger brother of rucksack bomber Sabri Taleb, has been sent to a sanatorium in the arse end of nowhere, somewhere in the United Kingdom. By providing his scientific expertise, he must prove a sincere commitment to the Union Jack to refute the hypothesis he could follow the path of his deadly brother. It turned out that the responsible agency's promises of a new identity and the recognition of Tahir's Middle Eastern study periods is less at stake than his return to civilization in general. Tahir scatters salt over several icy areas. He steps onto the narrow porch, places shovel and bucket below the plate Neurologic Sanatorium Cornelius, and enters through the front door. Int. Sanatorium, stairway hall, day. Oriental rugs lay on parquet, a dimly lit but homely place. Tahir removes his bomber jacket, hangs it on the cloth rack. From within the darkness of an adjacent room, gleam of wall tiles and metallic objects pierce through the left ajar door into the hall. Tahir strolls into the opposite direction, passes the stairway, and enters an opening. Int. Sanatorium, corridor, day. At eye level along the walls, brightly lit display cases create a small exhibition into the world of brain research. A calvaria, top of the skull. A cross-section brain model. Trepanation instruments, tools for drilling into the skull, from bygone times. Tahir sedately walks along the exhibition. Int. Sanatorium, Tahir's room, day. Tahir takes a seat on a camp bed, where the room's only illumination, a bedside lamp shines. He slips off his shoes, revealing the electronic tag around his ankle. He facepalms with a sigh. From somewhere near, an enthusiastic male voice sounds. Enthusiastic voice. Tahir. Is it melting outside? In socks, Tahir trudges into the room's darkened side. As he reaches the rear wall, he sinks to the floor, and stretches out his legs. He sits right beside some bars. It's a cage and the voice must have been coming from the occupant within. Tahir reaches out his hand, holds it close to the cage. From between the bars a deformed hand emerges. The wrong way up, its palm sits on the dorsal side of the forearm. Tahir and the man entwine fingers and shake hands that way. Adjusting to the darkness, the man behind the bars becomes more and more visible. He uses the same sitting position as Tahir, back to the wall, legs stretched out. His face consists of several flaps of skin, slightly different colored each, separated by fat scars. As the man turns his head toward Tahir, asking, "Cage occupant, is it melting outside?" He revels his most noticeable disfiguration. Out of his nostril, a swollen blue artery, uncovered at the outside, runs upwards along his frontal bone and divides his face into two equal halves. Tahir. It is. He wants me to perform the trepanation tomorrow. The inmate's eyes twinkle. Adam. I'd loved it when the snow melted and the river rose, soil and dirt everywhere. Tahir. Did you hear what I just said, Adam? Adam. It's okay, boy. It's okay. Tomorrow you perform a perfect surgery and before you can say the snow is melting you're leaving this bunker. Tahir. No. We're going together. One day. A tiny tear runs down his cheek. Tahir. Promise. Ah. That damn shackle. He rolls up his trouser leg. Tahir. I can't sleep anymore. As he pulls off his wet socks and throws them at the camp bed on the other side. A walkie-talkie lying over there goes off and the sharp voice of Dr. Cornelius turns them to dead silence. Dr. Cornelius, OS. I meet you at the operating theater at 9:30. Int. Sanatorium, surgery, night. The only light comes from a projection screen. It illustrates a YouTube video of a brain surgery on a lab rat. Tahir and Dr. Cornelius watch the video while sitting on folding chairs placed among operation table, monitors, and other surgical equipment. Dr. Cornelius wears a lab coat. His white hair below the big bald patch as well as his sideburns extremely sticks out, as only a crazy would wear these days. On the projection screen, the anesthetized rat is laid with the belly downwards, its head fixed in a stereotactic apparatus, metallic frames that operate like a vice with only more fine mechanics, adjusting screws, gadgets above. The rat's skin of scalp is already opened up. A rubber glove emerges and carefully drives a scalpel along the rat's milky periosteum, exposing a small spot of the skull bone beneath. A soft hum resonates from a drill handpiece as the surgeon on screen carefully bores into the rat's top of the skull. Dr. Cornelius. Look how carefully the surgeon acts around the dura mater. The surgeon puts the drill away. With a pincette he collects the remaining bone splinters. The rat's brain pulses with its heartbeat. With the help of the stereotactic rotary knobs, the surgeon adjusts a needle mounted on the curved frame, exactly above the bore hole. The syringe behind the needle contains a green substance. Dr. Cornelius. For artificial amnesia, the injection's exact coordinates must be determined. Tahir. Which one? Dr. Cornelius. We will try his hippocampus, as they do with the rat. Shoot it right in his limbic system and block his protein-building synthesis. Sending him to Neverland. Never tested on a human being, but obviously it works with rats, so? Dr. Cornelius. And if we succeed, bring his memory back. Yahtzee. Nobel Prize. Tahir. Why? He's your son? Why? Dr. Cornelius. Because I can. He's not only my son, he also is a son of a whore. He laughs at himself. Dr. Cornelius. Rhetoric. How do you believe people will commemorate the achievement of the pioneers in fighting dementia? Parkinson's. And what else not? They'll build big statues. And you belong to the elitist people who sit behind the curtain right now. We research for millions, damn billions of people at this moment. On the projection screen, the needle electronically moves down into the rat's brain. Dr. Cornelius. You're opening his skull and I push the trigger. Fair share. You want to be free, do as you are told. The green liquid goes into the rat's brain. Ext. Sanatorium, day. Mist flows over the deserted meadows. Int. Sanatorium, Tahir's room, day. The cage doors left open. Nobody there. Int. Sanatorium, corridor, day. The spotlights shine on the display cases of the brain research exhibition. Int. Sanatorium, stairway hall, day. The homely hall, abandoned. Int. Sanatorium, surgery, day. Adam sits in an operating chair. In this shadow-free illumination, his disfigurations look even more hideous. Around his head, the stereotactic apparatus for surgical interventions on the human brain is ready to fix his head. Adam. It's okay. I just want you to live on. You're not lost as I am. Just give me the anesthesia. Tahir. No. Adam. Please. They won't give you any peace. Tahir. And what do I do if he erases your memory? If this monster succeeds with its plan, so that you can't remember me? Adam. I'm sure I will. Int. Sanatorium, second floor, bathroom, day. Behind the fogged door, Dr. Cornelius takes a shower. Int. Sanatorium, second floor, dressing room, day. Dr. Cornelius' well-kept hand adjusts the knot of his slim tie. He examines himself intently in the mirrored closet door. He opens a drawer. A single white coat laid in there. He unfolds it, slips it over his blue shirt. He buttons it up, checks the sleeves. A serious look in the mirror questions for perfection. Int. Sanatorium, 2nd floor, Dr. Cornelius' office, Day. The literature in the shelves lines up the universe of neuroscience and brain research. A steaming mug of tea sits at the wooden desk in front of the window. Dr. Cornelius approaches and sneaks a peek outside. Gray. Mist. Nothing. He takes seat, sips from the cup while turning on the walkie-talkie. He gives an order. Dr. Cornelius. I hope you're ready to make history. Have you stunned him? A mechanical hum drones out the speaker while Tahir replies. Tahir, OS. I have. Dr. Cornelius. Tahir. What are you doing? I hear that you're boring. You can't perform a trepanation without my supervision. Close up. We only see that Tahir's finger pushes the button of the mobile radio and that his other hand holds the humming, rotating brain surgery drill. Int. Dr. Cornelius' office. Dr. Cornelius hears the humming through the walkie-talkie speaker. He jumps up, crosses the office. As he opens the door. Int. 2nd floor, staircase landing. The door opens. The raging Dr. Cornelius rushes out the door. Tahir comes from the side, rams the rotating electric drill into the doctor's face. Lunatic. Again and again Tahir strikes the super sharp rotating drill bit into the doctor's face. Each time a slim stream of blood squirts out in any imaginable direction. Tahir breaks down beside the doctor. Dr. Cornelius is lifeless. Tahir breathes heavily. His face is completely red, full of the doctor's blood. Only his white eyes shine clear. The rage in his dilated pupils lets off. He gives a self-affirming nod. Int. Sanatorium, surgery, day. Adam sits in the operating chair. He awakes, still dazed. Tahir bends over him, freshly washed. Tahir. I cut the electronic tag. How far is the next village? Adam. When I was small, it's been 4 hours by foot. Tahir smiles sarcastically. Adam. You killed my father? Tahir nods. Adam looks him into the eyes, not as the monster he looks like, as a deeply grateful man. Tahir. Perhaps we should visit your river until they start to search us. It rose because. He swallows. Tahir. The snow is melting, Adam. Ext. Hilly landscape, day. Tahir and the limping Adam arm in arm cross the acres. Leaving the sanatorium behind, they trudge through remnants of snow, mist, and grayness, appearing as if their life begins at this very moment. Just a seldom seen birthday. Fade out.